imagine a world without frogs, toads, or salamanders. Although this sounds like an alarmist prediction, it may be happening right now.
Beginning in the 1980s, scientists noticed a downward trend in amphibian populations throughout the globe. Since that time, more than 120 amphibian species have gone extinct, and over 1/3 are threatened globally. These amphibian declines and extinctions have become increasingly alarming because they are occurring simultaneously over large distances in protected, pristine areas. Although scientists have been able to agree that amphibian populations are declining at a faster rate than birds and mammals, they have been unable to concur on the exact cause. One of the 6 leading hypotheses for the cause of amphibian declines is global climate change as a result of global warming. Global climate change presents a particular risk to amphibians because they have temperature-dependent energy costs and strict water requirements. During the 20th century, the Earth's climate has experienced a steady warming trend as global temperatures have increased by 0.6 degrees Celsius. Amphibians, like frogs, toads, and salamanders, are particularly susceptible to changes in temperature and precipitation because of their physiology. Unlike other species of animals, amphibians are extremely susceptible to drying out while on land because water free flows through their skin. Because this evaporative process, which is called desiccation, occurs faster in warm, dry atmospheres in the presence of strong radiation, changes in moisture and temperature levels have the capacity to directly affect amphibian populations. In 1987, local populations of harlequin frogs and golden toads in Costa Rica disappeared as a direct result of climate change.
Studies have also shown that global warming has decreased the survivorship of amphibian populations by affecting the body condition of females. As global climate changes, periods of winter have become shorter and amphibians cannot hibernate properly. One study in particular on female Danish common toads found that toads had reduced growth rate and higher annual mortality rates when hibernation was prevented. Changes in female body size also impact breeding, because smaller females produce fewer eggs than larger ones. Climate changes may also be affecting the breeding pattern of other species of amphibians as well, because the timing of amphibian breeding is mostly driven by temperature and moisture. As global temperatures increase, amphibians are breeding earlier and earlier, which exposes them to early season freezes and floods. An English study found that toads started breeding approximately 50 days earlier in the year following very mild winters, compared to extreme cold ones. This behavior has also been observed in Japanese salamanders. Droughts have also been responsible for increased mortality on amphibian eggs. Amphibian populations have declined near the Savannah River in South Carolina as a result of increased droughts in the areas between 1978 and 2004. Global warming affects amphibians through wind pattern changes. It has been suggested that wind can cause amphibian declines by spreading potential pathogens such as chytrid fungus. Changes in climate have also created an optimal temperature range for detrimental fungal growth in amphibian hosts.
Although amphibians have a hardy evolutionary history, the critical roles of temperature and water on their survival make amphibian populations more vulnerable to future climate change. As global warming increases, global climates will inevitably continue to change and populations of amphibians will continue to decline and become extinct. If greenhouse gas emission levels are not curbed, future climate change will most likely have a dramatic consequence on global amphibian populations. Areas once rich in amphibian species will lose biodiversity as they become uninhabitable. As mortality of amphibian eggs and tadpoles increase, populations of amphibians will not be able to recover fast enough for reproductive stress. Breedings will continue to occur earlier and earlier, and sadly, cases of amphibian disease will increase. Continued research is needed to truly determine the extent of the effects of global warming on amphibian populations. As more studies are conducted and the reasons behind amphibian declines become understood, scientists will hopefully be able to prevent continued loss of amphibian species.